Good morning, church. Good morning, church. My name is Dr. Abu Ebenezer. I'm a veterinary doctor, and I'm also a member of the TTC Medical League. And obviously, today I would be talking about animals, not just animals, but how right? So, if you know about this disease I'm about to mention, just raise your hand if you've heard about it before. Rabies, okay? Ebola virus, Lassa fever, coronavirus. All right, thank you so much. Now, how many of you know that these diseases come from animals? All right, thank you. So that would lead us to our topic for today, how animal health affects human health. There's what we call the One Health concept. It talks about the interconnectedness of animal health, human health, and environmental health. And it also says that each of these domains are very important. Human health is not important, is not more important than animal health, and so also is environmental health. If you look at the Venn diagram there, you see that there's always an intersection between each of these sectors, and then there is a point at the center where we have the One Health. There's also what we call zoonosis. Zoonosis are diseases that are transmitted from animals to humans. And that is why we just mentioned rabies, Ebola virus, coronavirus. These are diseases that come from animals that have the capacity to affect us as humans. On the other hand, there's what we call the reverse zoonosis or zooanthroponosis. These are diseases that come from we humans, and we have the capacity to infect animals as well. And these are some of the statistics that you see from WHO. 60% of infectious diseases in humans come from animals. So if you have been thinking that animals are not important to you, I think you should start having a rethink currently. And every year, 59,000 persons die of rabies. Every year, especially in Africa and Asia. And by the way, today is World Rabies Day. Can we clap your hands? Today is World Rabies Day. And World Rabies Day, we emphasize that if you have dogs, if you have animals, get them vaccinated because the death rates are high. And if you look at that, those are other figures. You can see Lassa fever kills 5,000 to 10,000 persons every year. So for those of us that harbor rats and you enjoy having rats in your houses, this should also be a call for us to start doing something about it. Now, why does this matter to you? I don't want you to believe the myth that because I don't have a pet, this topic does not concern me. Or because I'm not working in a livestock farm, I'm not working in a poultry farm, this topic does not concern me. This topic concerns each and every one of us. Now, I want you to raise your hand if you ate in the last 7 days. If you've eaten beef, can I see your hand? Chicken, eggs. If you've eaten suya. All right, thank you so much. So if you consume animal products, this topic also concerns you because these animal products are one of the ways where diseases can be transmitted from animals to humans, right? So when animals are healthy, we are going to definitely have safe food. We are going to have better income. For those in livestock business, you can imagine selling thousands of birds and you can make millions from them. Now, when animals are sick, we have risk of diseases, like we see in the case of Ebola, coronavirus, and the rest. And then there's wasted resources. You can imagine having a poultry farm of 100,000 birds and you lose over 90,000 of them. You've lost a lot of millions, right? And then there's also what we call community suffering. I like to explain community suffering in the sense that when Mr. A comes in contact with an animal that has Ebola, Mr. A comes down with Ebola, right? Mr. A goes back home, interacts with the wife and the children, and they all come down with Ebola. The children go to school and infect other children. Those other children go back home and infect their parents. And that is how diseases spread. So you can see that from one animal, a lot of humans can be affected. Now, livestock, pets, wildlife all play a role in our shared environment. That is the ecosystem. I'd like to tell you an interesting fact. If not for bats, we are going to have a lot of mosquitoes to deal with. Now, this interesting fact is one bat consumes at least 1,000 mosquitoes every day. So you can imagine a world without bats. So So every animal is important when it comes to the ecosystem. Now, what can we do moving forward? Number one, always consult a veterinary doctor. Do not self-treat your animals. Do not, the time you use in consulting Google and ChatGPT, please channel that energy in talking to a professional vet so that they can lead you and then proffer the better diagnosis. Number two, vaccination is key. Vaccination is the first step to protection. So please ensure you vaccinate your pets, your animals. If you have a farm, if you have a pet, we have vet doctors in the medical league that you can contact us to do all these things for you. The next thing is keep living areas clean and safe. Earlier on, we talked about the interconnectedness of animal health, human health, and environmental health. So if the environment is not tidy for these animals, there are pathogens that are able to grow in those environments, which will infect our animals and will in turn infect us as humans. Feed them and show them love. Animals also go through stress. Animals are also depressed. So when animals are depressed, yes, animals are also depressed, yes. Yes, so when animals are depressed, they don't get to perform optimally. You know, for those of us that have pets, there are times when our dogs are always happy, moving around, and there are times when they are calm, right? They just want to be. So please, always show them love, always feed them. It's not just about their physical health, but also their emotional and psychological health as well. Proverbs chapter 12 verse 10 says, the righteous care for the needs of their animals. I believe we have righteous people in TTC, and we are going to care for the needs of our animals. Practice hand hygiene when you come in contact with animals or animal products. And there's always a better way to wash your hand. Don't wash your hand in a bowl. When you wash your hand in a bowl, when you are bringing your hand out, you are definitely coming back with a lot of germs that you cannot see. So the best thing to do is wash your hand under a running water system. In that way, you are able to limit the germs that are going to stick to your hands. But you can also use the two-factor authentication by using a sanitizer. Properly handle and cook animal products. Like I said earlier, animal products are one of the leading causes of spread of animal diseases. So properly cook your meat, properly cook your fish, your eggs, and the rest. Access to drinking water, very simple. Always make sure you drink clean water. Avoid illegal wildlife trade and bushmeat. There is always the saying, which I do not want to try, I don't want to confirm it, that bushmeat is the sweetest. I don't know how true it is, but it's not something I want to try. Please avoid bushmeat. They are one of the leading causes of zoonotic diseases that are transmitted to us as humans. For some of you, you've been to restaurants and they've given you bushmeat without you knowing, and you enjoyed it. So always ask questions when you get to restaurants. Ask them, which meat is this? Amen. Amen. Supervise children around animals. Please supervise your children around animals. There was a video I watched, and this little baby just opened a lollipop, and she gave it to her dog. And after the dog had a portion of it, she removed it and put it straight into her mouth. And when I looked at the comment section, a lot of people were saying that, oh, that is nice, that is kindness. For me, that is not kindness. You are exposing yourself to a lot of germs and diseases, right? So please, let's ensure we supervise our children around animals. Now, so the choice is very clear. When we invest in animal health, we are also investing in our own health. Can we tell our neighbor, when I invest in animal health, I'm also investing in my own health. And so the TTC Medical League, where the clinic is always open for us, so always make sure you check on us, and we are always available to attend to you. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless you.